In 1939, a shadow fell across the world. A conflict that started in Europe would soon engulf the entire globe, igniting the deadliest war in human history. This wasn't just a war of armies clashing on distant battlefields. It was a war that reached into every home, every city, and every heart. This is the story of World War II, a conflict that revealed the terrifying depths of human cruelty. While soldiers fought and died, it was the civilians who were caught in the eye of the storm. Imagine looking up at the sky, not to see clouds, but to see waves of bombers ready to turn your world into rubble. Cities that had stood for centuries were flattened in minutes. Families huddled in shelters, praying for dawn, only to emerge and find their homes, their streets, their entire lives, gone. Brothers were sent to the front, sisters to factories, and parents were left with nothing but a photograph and a prayer. Families were torn apart by conscription, evacuation, and the chaos of war, many never to see each other again. This was the brutal reality for millions. But beyond the bombs and battles, a far more sinister evil was taking root. In the heart of so-called civilized Europe, the Holocaust began. Millions of Jews, Romani people, political opponents, and so many others deemed undesirable were rounded up. They were stripped of their rights, their homes, their dignity, and ultimately, their lives. Places like Auschwitz, Treblinka, and Dachau were not just prisons. They were factories of death. Here, human life was reduced to a number, and survival was measured not in years or months, but in fleeting, desperate minutes. The scale of this industrialized murder remains one of the darkest stains on human history. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, the Pacific theater was a landscape of unparalleled brutality. On remote islands, battles were fought with a ferocity that turned sandy beaches red. But again, it was the civilians who suffered unimaginable horrors. The Japanese army's campaign across Asia was marked by massacres, the most infamous being the rape of Nanking. For weeks, the city was subjected to a reign of terror, where atrocities were committed on a scale that defies comprehension. It was a chilling reminder that the capacity for such cruelty was unconfined to one ideology or one continent. Technology, which had promised a brighter future, was twisted into a tool for unprecedented destruction. The war culminated in the ultimate act of technological terror. In August 1945, the world held its breath as 2 atomic bombs were dropped on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In a flash of blinding light, these cities were obliterated. Tens of thousands were killed instantly, vaporized in the blink of an eye. Many more were condemned to slow, agonizing deaths from radiation sickness. This new weapon didn't just end the war. It ushered in a new age of fear, the Cold War, where humanity now lived under the constant threat of nuclear annihilation. By the time the guns fell silent in 1945, the world was a shattered place. Over 70 million people were dead. Entire nations were in ruins, empires had crumbled, and a new world map was drawn, divided by an iron curtain. The scars of World War II run deep, even today. It serves as a haunting testament to how easily progress can be perverted into destruction, and a chilling proof that just beneath the surface of civilization, there lies a darkness capable of consuming everything. It is our duty to remember, not just the battles and the victories, but the human cost, so that we may never allow such darkness to rise again. Thank you for watching. If you found this video meaningful, please consider liking it and subscribing to our channel for more historical content. See you next time.